not. Oh, Myra shared with us that she was her recruiter's. Which recruit? Remember last night? Her third. To get into her red jacket. Thank you. Joy shared with us to be willing to change. To be willing to change. And Lorraine Rockin' Red Newton shared with us to be BMWs, bold, motivated women. Thank you, Nationals. Well done. That is so wow. And Betsy Richard, 18 career cars, 10 of them pink. Congratulations, Betsy. Woo! Jeannie Tamborello reminded us that God will take whatever I say and enable you with it. Thank you, Jeannie. And Tessie, 3-time. No wonder you're a 3-time $1 million achiever. Your customer service goes a long way. And I sure wouldn't be up here if it wasn't for the Allison National Area. Would you guys please stand? Our 5th anniversary at the National Area. I love you guys. I love you so much. Well done. Well, my Mary Kay business almost didn't start. You see, I was a tomboy, and any tomboys in the room? Didn't wear much makeup. As a matter of fact, when I was 7 years old, I got my first motorcycle. We raced motorcycles as a family. Where's my Robin Tucker? Her twin boys, yep. So excited to be on the water ski team at my university, and so not excited about cosmetics, skincare, and makeup. As a matter of fact, I washed my face with soap and water and rubbing alcohol. I know everybody goes, everybody goes, okay. So after an accounting education, I came out and became an accountant. And it was the most boring job I'd ever had. In my life, I thought, I can't be in front of this computer all day long. But then one day, in walked my sharp-dressed man. Ron Allison walked in the office wearing a pair of Colon shoes. You guys know what Colons are? I said, dude, if you know what those shoes are, you're straight. I'm going to go out with you. He was delicious. He is so good. I am telling you what. Anyway, he took me to lunch that day in his beautiful Mustang, and I was in love. And we fell in love, got married. I moved into corporate banking where I was living millions every day, and we started a family and had 2 little babies back to back. And I decided to leave my career and be a full-time mom. Well, I didn't really know what full-time moms did. Do we have any full-time moms in the house? It was the hardest job I'd ever had. Do you know what I'm talking about? A newborn and a toddler. We moved from downtown Houston out to the suburbs in Sugar Land, and I was not unhappy as a stay-at-home Christian wife and mother, and I was unfulfilled. You know what I'm talking about? And wow, I was looking or thinking about doing something, but I sure didn't know it was going to come in the form of a pink box. I was invited to a play group, couldn't wait to get out of the house, where my girlfriends were looking at a lookbook on the couch. And I said, what are you looking at? She said, oh, I'm having a Mary Kay party tomorrow. And I thought, oh, bless her heart. That's so cute. And she said, I'm a Mary Kay beauty consultant. And I thought, oh my gosh, again, that's so cute. Bless your heart. Why would anybody do something like that? They must be hurting. She invited me to that party. I sat in front of that mirror. I heard her say, God first, family second, and career third. I was instantly impressed. Never heard that before. Not in banking, not in accounting. I was so impressed. Faith, family, and career, really. And then I started asking questions. She did a really smart thing after that, consultants and directors. She did a really smart thing. She called me and asked me to be a face model for her next success event. Y'all, wild horses could not have kept me from that success event. I went to that success event while I was going to be a face model. My husband, Ron, had a phenomenal job in downtown Houston working for a little company called Enron. I told my girlfriend, Cheryl, I really want to be a face model for you, but I gotta ask first. So like every submissive wife, I called Ron and said, you better come home early because I'm going to be a face model on Monday. And that day I ironed one of my baking suits, put on a pair of heels, fixed my hair. She was going to pick me up at 6 o'clock. I was ready at 5. Standing at the front door going, open, you know, the Garfield cat. Come on, Cheryl, come get me. I had to be around somebody who didn't spit up on me. I was so excited to be there. And it was at Nancy Berman's meeting where I saw a bigger picture. You know, I couldn't really relate to my team, my recruiter, Cheryl, although she's one of my best friends today. But I could sure relate to a Cadillac sales director. I could sure relate to someone who was going places and doing things, and all of a sudden I really wanted to do this. We found, as Lorraine said, that we were living paycheck to paycheck. You don't know how that feels, right? When the money runs out before the month does. Every single month, money was so tight. So, don't tell Mary Kay or Sarah, I wrote a warm check for my starter kit. Anybody know what a warm check is? Anybody ever played Beat the Bank? It's not a hot check, I'm no criminal. It was a warm check. Ron got paid on Friday, I mailed it in on Wednesday. You get the idea, Mary Kay said, no. Anyway, that check cleared. I became a beauty consultant, became a star consultant, fell in love with our business, came to career conference, my first career conference right here. Oh my gosh, in our red jacket, I was so excited. And then a year later, I came back to career conference and then same red jacket. Any red jackets know what I'm talking about? Yeah, we talked about that yesterday, didn't we? Oh my gosh, I was so ready to move forward. I was so ready, and I knew I just needed some more consistency. And so the top 3 directors and the top 3 nationals taught me the mindset of a top person in our company. They taught me from this very stage how to work a successful business in Mary Kay Cosmetics. I took what they said to heart and soared. The month after career conference, we earned our first car and debuted on the seminar stage as a brand new unit, as a sales director. And you can too, you guys. You can too. So excited. Do I get any hope? So excited, you guys. I'm so proud of our #1 national area. A few years later, we were unit club and trip, and we earned our first trip to Vienna, Austria. Can you believe it? I will never forget walking into this beautiful Intercontinental Hotel in Vienna and walking in, and all of our luggage comes in with Belgium. You know, I had a whole suitcase for shoes, right? So all of our luggage comes in, and my husband's digging in his pocket for a tip. And the bellman put both of his hands up and backed away and said, "No, Mr. Allison, Mary Kay's taking care of any and all gratuities. You and your wife enjoy your stay." He turned around and goes, "I love you." And we went on several trips. It was awesome. My unit is a spectacular $1 million unit, and we have enjoyed the fruits of consistent efforts. We have enjoyed incredible pink Cadillac parties and offspring sales directors, and we were so close to becoming a new national area. It was so exciting. And I went to seminar and came home and couldn't breathe. It was the weirdest thing. I'm like, I'm a young woman. Why in the world can I not breathe? Long story short, a cancerous tumor the size of a dinner plate was discovered surrounding and squeezing my heart. We were getting ready to leave on our next top director trip on a cruise to Greece. I'd always wanted to see Santorini. And the oncologist, this handsome oncologist, walks in and says, I'm sorry, seriously, you're not going to be able to go. If you leave the country, you'll die. We have to start chemo right away. As a matter of fact, we're starting a port today. I didn't know what a port was. And it was an incredibly hard time. But through that, I felt a love of my unit, my national area, and let me tell you 2 stories. The first one is, Yvonne Lemon and I would host a holiday workshop in September. And while all of my Mary Kay girlfriends were getting on the cruise ship to Greece, I was combing out the last few strands of my hair, wishing that I was healthy and that I could go.
Well, I got special permission to be able to go to the holiday workshop, and Yvonne and I are sitting backstage waiting and just chatting, and I wasn't able to be around a lot of people, and it was just such a challenging time. And it was actually the first day I'd ever worn a wig. Now, what do you think that you would worry about if you were wearing a wig on a shiny bald head? That it would come off. And I was so afraid. I prayed actually backstage, please, Lord, please let my wig stay on. I don't care. I don't think he cares what we're saying as long as we're talking to him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, wow. So I said that sweet prayer, and I heard, hey, girl. And I turned around. 5 of my directors were also wearing wigs. Carrie Newby was one of those. Carrie, will you please stand? She looked just like Faith Hill. It was awesome. Carrie, you're terrific. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. It was a tough season. It was a tough time. But the obstacles just make us stronger. I was determined that we were going to keep our momentum high. I was determined to be a national sales director. I wanted to be a national so badly. And when we came to Career Conference Galveston that March, I finished my chemotherapy. I was feeling a little bit better, although my body wasn't catching up with my mind, as I know my friend Christine Sonka and Barbara Spencer understand. My body wasn't really catching up with my mind. They are the reason I'm wearing this today. And we came to Career Conference. My hair was about 1/2 inch long, and I was wearing this long, like, boho wig. Like, I felt like Cher. You know, I always wanted long, thick hair. Never had it, thought, might as well buy it. And so I did. We came to Career Conference. My national sales director, Darlene Bergen, was here before she passed away. And it was such, I was so excited to find out that we were the #1 unit. And so I decided to take a step of faith, and some of you may remember that career conference. I walked on stage with long hair. And at the end of my speech, in order to teach you courage, and because I didn't have a whole lot of it, I asked my directors to come on stage with me. Do you remember Carrie? Mm-hmm. And with them behind me for the last time, I took off my wig. And said, when you think you have obstacles, I want you to think of me. Praise God, 8 years cancer-free. So I have to tell you one story before I go off stage. I know you're ready to get home and get to work. Because that's not a 4-letter word to you guys, is it? You are ready. But you stuck it out to the very end. I am so proud of you. My husband went from Enron to AT&T. And when he was at AT&T, I became national sales director. And I begged him every day to go to the office. Please, if they're laying off, tell them you will. Please, let this be your last day. Please, I just want you to be home and raise our daughters with me. I want you to be home and raise our girls who are now 18 and 16. Both got fully paid for cars and colleges. They are a joy to us, and Ron's my office is now down the hall from him because that year AT&T explained that they were laying off 12,000 people. So Ron found himself at a conference table at AT&T. He worked with a bunch of guys, and his boss was saying, just letting you know that we're going to be letting go, and 10% of our department's going to be cut. And my husband wisely and bravely raised his hand and said, boss, if you need to choose anyone to let go, you can choose me. Because you see, my wife makes more money than I do. And hard. So if you need to pick anyone to let go, you can pick me. Isn't that exciting? What a gift. Give your choice, right? Well, his boss looked down the table at him and said, Ron Allison, does it bother you that your wife makes more money than you do? And Ron said, boss, does it bother you that she makes more money than you do?